Hello and welcome to the Christmas Eve edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and I am so delighted to tell you that we have a return to the channel on Christmas Eve for Aspartagcus, one of my very favourite setters, and a puzzle called Star of Bethlehem. Now look at how beautiful this is. It's absolutely gorgeous. One of the testers had a look at this, and they think it is brilliant as well. So I'm so excited to try this. The rules are really simple as well. There's a lot of symmetry in this grid, and apparently it's relatively challenging. So hopefully we'll get through it without any discombobulations to be caused by computer issues. Although I've had a cunning plan, which I'm also quite excited about today. I'm recording this using OBS rather than Movavi, and apparently this is good, because if there is a problem and the computer suddenly shuts down, the way that OBS records, basically you keep the footage up to a couple of seconds before the problem hits. So I'm not going to lose all of this footage, which is great. So I mean, go for it, computer. Break. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter nearly so much as if it broke in the middle of a 2-hour video and I lost all the footage. That would have been a disaster. Anyway, we're not going to dwell on that. Hopefully I've got to go and buy some Christmas wine in a minute. So Aspartagcus, I'm relying on you not to have created a 2 or 3 hour monstrosity here for me to do battle with, and we'll read the rules together in a moment or two's time. What else can I tell you about? I will recommend, we're getting so many nice comments, about blueprints, and it's definitely worth checking that out. If you didn't watch Monday night's edition, where we streamed, it probably is worth it. It probably is worth it. It's quite funny in places, and Christmas wasn't ruined, so that's a good thing. And if you're looking for a last minute gift, to consider our Patreon, where there's lots and lots of extra content over there. I think it's undoubtedly the best Sudoku club on earth, and it's a nice place to spend some puzzling time. What else can I tell you about? I've got lots more birthdays to catch up with post my holiday, so let me move to those, and I will start off by wishing Christopher a very happy birthday. And Christopher, I know it was your birthday because your friend Solomon wrote to me and told me that you were in the top 0.1% of our viewers for 2025. So you're definitely one of my favourite people. And Solomon said that the two of you sometimes solve the puzzles together as well. Well, Christopher, I hope you have a brilliant birthday. Many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake was mightily well iced. Now the next one. I love doing things like this when I don't get the opportunity very often, but I have a message for Keen from Alana. Now Alana wrote to me, Keen, to say that you're basically kind and such a lovely person, and you've shown her how much you value her being in your life, or her being in your life. And she basically wants the whole world to know that she cares about you so much, and she would like you to consider being her boyfriend. She described you as 1 in 8.2 billion, somebody who is currently staining a hanging rack that you'd made yourself from scratch. So, Keen, I hope you must let me know whether you were surprised to get this message from me. I imagine you might be even a little bit surprised, but I wish the two of you a very, very happy Christmas together. It's not a birthday, but it's something very special nonetheless. Next, is it Demeter? It looks like a spelling similar to the Greek god, I think, but Dimitri. It could be Dimitri, actually. It could be Dimitri. Oh no! I don't know. But your wife Taylor, hopefully you'll know. Your wife Taylor wrote to me and said that you were obsessed with the channel. So another person I consider to be one of my favourites. Oh, goodness, I'm intrigued by that spelling, actually. It's close to being sort of the Greek. Was Demeter a goddess though? I'm not sure now. I could have made him, but it could also be Dimitri looking at it with just a slightly different spelling. I don't know. No. Well, anyway, hopefully you'll know. You'll know yourself, and I am useless. What can I say? But next we'll go to George in Oregon, who on December the 17th. Well, it was your birthday. I know this because your best friend Emmy wrote to me and told me that the two of you love Finks. Finks the rat. Marty, I hope you're watching this video. They love Finks the rat. They won't be the last person to mention that. But George, I hope you had a great birthday on the 17th. Next, I'm going to mispronounce this, aren't I? This is a Norwegian name. I think it must be close to, is it Shell, maybe? Maybe Shell. I'm not sure, but anyway, Kjell has turned 50 on December the 22nd, so I'm not that late with this one. Also loves Rat Run, Marty. And I love this. Shell has our books in his cabin in the woods, where he likes to solve the puzzles on paper by candlelight. I mean, that's fantastic. Anyway, many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake was good. This is another fantastic one. Michael is turning 16 tomorrow on Christmas Day, and pointed out the rather incredible fact that means he is turning 4 squared on 5 squared in the year that is 45 squared. So that is just about the most ridiculous Sudoku birthday you could possibly have. Michael, I hope you enjoy it. Well, I'm sure you will. Christmas Day birthday. Many happy returns tomorrow. And then finally, Miko. Miko, you've turned 51. I know this because your fiancée Hannah over in Finland wrote to me to tell me that you especially enjoy solving the puzzles faster than me. I'm sorry. You aren't going to be the only one. But Miko, many, many happy returns on your 51st birthday. I think that is all the news. There's some great birthday messages there. And other messages. Let's have a look at Aspartagcus' Star of Bethlehem. Just look at this, and I will read the rules and we'll do the puzzle together. So the rules are as follows. We have got normal Sudoku rules. So we've got to fill every row, every column. It's a little bit hard to see. And every box, let's use the colours, with the digits 1 to 9, once each, as usual. And then we've got arrows. So the digits on an arrow sum to the digit in the circle of that arrow, so that's normal. So if this was a 2, or I tried to make it a 2, if that was, it's a bit difficult to see, but if that's a 2 and that's a 5, 2 plus 5 equals 7. So that's what we'd write into the circle of the arrow. Dutch whispers. Normally they're orange, but they're not today. Neighbouring digits on a bent line must differ by at least 5. Right, okay, so I think it's these ones actually. Tempted to make them orange so that I don't forget. Those ones are Dutch whispers lines. And then Renban, digits on the star-shaped line must form a set of consecutive digits. So we've got the star in the very centre of the puzzle there. That has to be, so imagine it had a 1 on it, then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in some order. There are 5 cells there, so that's how that would have to work. And they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Well, say let's get cracking. What do we do? I mean, it's not going to be the Dutch whispers. Let's deal with that straight away. Dutch whispers are peculiarly unyielding, especially in short measures, which these 3 or these 4 are. Okay, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this star, aren't we? Because where is 1 going in the middle box? That seems a reasonable question. And the answer to that is I don't know, but I'm very sure it's not in any of these circles. None of those circles could have a 1 in because they've all got 2 cell arrows leaning out of them. And that means 1 is on the central star, the Star of Bethlehem itself. And that means that must, it means it. I don't want to do this. Mark would do it. But that means these cells, because 1 must be on the star, and this is a consecutive sequence on the Star of Bethlehem, it must be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maybe what I'll do is I'll cop out, and I'll say the circles are 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe that's a better way of doing it. Yeah, knowing that these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a silly pencil mark to make. Okay, so one of these is a 6, which is probably going to be the most restricted, just in terms of 2 cell totals. The only way of making 6 in 2 cells, if the digits have to be different, which they would, for example, in these positions, is going to be to have 2, 4 or 1, 5. No, I mean 7's got 3 ways of making its total: 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4. 8's got 3 ways: 1, 7, 2, 6, and 3, 5. And 9's got 4 ways: 4, 5, 3, 6, 2, 7, and 1, 8. I don't know then. Is it set? Is that what we have to do? Two cell arrows. 2 cell arrows always suggest set, don't they? Because 2 cell arrows are normally so useless, but where? Set, the normal way you think about set. And sorry if you've never watched one of these videos before, you might not know what set is. But set is the thing that allows us to prove things like this ring of digits here are the same cells, the exact same digits as those cells in any Sudoku. That exists. That can be proved using set equivalence theory. And normally what you want to do with arrows is to get the circles, of which there are 8, in different sets to the arrows themselves, so you can cancel down. So I sort of want to do those. Maybe again, I'm not sure. What I was going to say is, could I do that set and that set against row? Maybe I've got to do 2 lots of these. Oh, hang on, I'm not seeing this yet. I was thinking about offsetting those against these positions. But now I've got 4 lots of purple digits there, and purple consists of 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, whereas green only consists of 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. So I need 2 more lots of green, which I could do by doubling green. What? I mean, it can't be something like that, can it? Is it that? That would be really, it would be really amazing if it was that. So what I'm saying is, it's a bit difficult to explain. I don't know, actually. Well, what I was wondering is, if I take row 5, the digit or the cells in row 5 twice, and the cells in column 5 twice, Now this must be wrong. This middle digit's in 4 times and it's not being offset by anything. But then, just to complete the thought, and then I've got the purple digits, which are this complete row, this complete row, this complete column, and this complete column. Now that's 4 complete sets of the digits 1 to 9, with these cells included twice in purple. So the sets are equivalent. And then what I was thinking of doing was saying, okay, well, those 2 digits sum to the same as this green digit. So if I remove those 2 from purple, I could remove this once from green, and then I could remove, this is twice in green, so I could remove it again from green and remove those ones. So I'd get some sort of weird offsetting pattern that would allow me to remove from purple and green all of those cells. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to continue with this slightly longer, because that's still not as boring as I am claimed to be at parties. Because now this one is twice in purple, but these 2 digits are twice in green, so I can actually just offset those, offset those, offset these, offset these. So what on earth am I left with now? I'm left with these digits are once in purple but twice in green, so I can remove those and they would be left once in green. Oh no, I've got the star in the middle. This must be deliberate. Oh no, it's not, is it? Because this, no, it's not. That digit, I've got to be very careful with that middle digit. That's 4 times in the puzzle. There's 4 times in green. It's sort of super green. That was never cancelled with anything. So so what does this mean? So this means that the 8 purples in the perimeter sum to the same as 4 lots of the middle digit plus those 4 digits. Let me, okay, but I know roughly what the sum of that star is. It depends what the middle digit is, doesn't it? But we can work out the range, because the middle digit is lowest of 1 and biggest of 5. So if the middle digit was 1, then these digits would sum to 14, because they would be the sum of 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the middle digit would be 1, but it's in 4 times, so that would give us 18. I'm just wondering whether, see, that's almost really interesting, you know. Oh, this is a weird thought, right? Because what I was going to say, you see, you may say, well, at first blush, these purple cells could add up to as low as 1, 2 pairs in each case. They definitely can't do that. Because where are you putting 9 in box 2 now? You can't put 9 on a 2-cell arrow. So the 9 would go here, but the same logic would apply here. This would be a 9. Same logic would apply here. These would both be 9s opposite each other. So we get 2 9s. We definitely can't put 1 and 2 here. I mean, you couldn't put 8 in either. You'd have the same problem with 8 if you made these 1s and 2s. Yeah, I mean, you can only put 1 9 in a circle. I think what I'm starting to believe is that because I could only make one of these a 9, and one of these are 9, 9 is going to be a purple digit twice in this puzzle. And therefore, those 2 digits would add up to 18. So 2 of the purples add up to 18. And the other 6, well, so say that's a 9 and that's a 1 and that's a 9 and that's a 1. That would be 20. And then 20, so 26 is the new minimum, because these could be a 1-2 pair and these could be a 1-2 pair. 26. So it's definitely not a 1 in the middle of the puzzle. But if 5 is in the middle of the puzzle, then 5 is in 4 times, so that's 20 in and of itself, isn't it? And then the cells in the tips would be a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple, and they would add up to 10, and that would make us 30 overall. So 30 is the maximum for purple. So is it something like, if I can apply that logic to 8 as well as 9, it's something like this, isn't it? It is something like this. Yeah. Because all I'm thinking is, and this might be a silly thought, and it's a bit difficult actually, because I'm just thinking, if I make one of those a 1, if I ever include 1 in a purple, now I can't put 8 in any of those cells. Actually, that's not true. I could put it there, and that could be a 1 and that could be a 9, so I can bobbins, this doesn't work. Oh, you naughty old puzzle. Okay, I thought I was onto something there. I think I'm going to go back to my original thought, which is that this felt mad. I think I've overcomplicated this somehow. I think there's some cleverness here to do perhaps with 9s. It's certainly true to say 9 is in one of those 3, 9 is in one of these 3, 9 is in one of these 3, and 9 is in one of those 3. That must be true. Now, that's not enough though, is it? It's not really restricting 9s in the corner boxes. And while it is difficult to put 8 into the arrows, it's not impossible. Let's try. So if I do though, that does feel like the most natural way. But if I okay, let's try mismatching the sets then. Maybe that's what I've been too obsessed with. Because what I was trying to do before was to match the sets, but I could mismatch them. What do I mean? Well, if I do row 5 and column 5 in purple, this digit is obviously twice then in the purple set. But I've got two sets of the digits 1 to 9 in purple altogether. If I just have one set of the digits, one set in green there, just make the middle box green. I might double green it in a minute like I did before, but let's just start off with it being single green. Then we know, because green is these 9 digits here, and purple was 1 row and 1 column, the difference between purple and green is one set of the digits 1 to 9. But before we do that, let's just try and cancel down some of these arrows, because I know that if I remove this cell from green, I could remove these 2 cells from purple, and purple and green would still sum to the same total, wouldn't they? I'm sort of using the secret a little bit there, but just to explain, I'll just go through that once more in case you haven't seen if you're not aware of the Sudoku secret, obviously any row, any column, or any box of a Sudoku, because of the rules of Sudoku, contains the digits 1 to 9 once each. If you sum those digits, you get 45. That's the secret. So if I include the contents of this cell twice in the purple set, because it's in row 5 and it's in column 5, I know the sum of digits in purple is 90 overall. And the sum of digits in green is 45 overall. So the difference between the sets is 45. But I know that this green cell sums to the same as those two. So if I remove this cell from green and those two cells from purple, I know the overall sum of green and purple must still be different by 45. And I can do that here, here, and here. Yeah, okay. And now, what have I got left? I've got quite a lot of overlap still. This star in the middle has purple and green are completely matching except the middle. So I can remove each point of the star from purple and green. This central cell is twice in purple and once in green. So I can remove it once from purple and once from green and leave it once in purple. And now it doesn't work. What on earth have I done wrong there? This doesn't work. It's cleaner than the earlier logic, but it proves the puzzle doesn't work. Oh no! Oh Simon, you silly man. Sorry, and just to explain why I think we've got a problem now. Have I done my maths? No, I haven't. I've definitely not done my maths wrong. It really doesn't work, actually. It's not even close to working, because I hadn't even realised this couldn't be a 7, 8 or a 9 when I was thinking about it having worked. Right, because what we said was the difference between the green cells, and we've eliminated them all, and the purple cells, of which we have 5 left, is 45. But how do I make these purples add to 45? In this row, I could make these an 8, 9 pair, couldn't I? That's 17. In this column, well, the way I was doing it was I was saying these were 7, 8, and 9, which add to 24. But actually, this cell can't even be a 7, 8, or a 9. So we're not. But even if it could, 24 plus 17 is not 45. It's not enough. So I've done something wrong. What have I done wrong then? Let me just go back, sorry. So I said that the difference between purple and green is 45. That's true. Oh my God. Oh, I see. Oh, I should have thought about this more carefully. Right. Okay. Here is my mistake. My mistake goes a long way back. My mistake was, when I first looked at this puzzle, I thought, my goodness, that's beautiful. And look at the symmetry. It's very symmetrical. Now, with a rule set like this, you couldn't have a perfectly symmetrical puzzle, because it would have at least 2 solutions. So what I should have done is say, well, hang on, this puzzle, which looks like I could just make a quarter turn in it, and it would look identical to how it used to look, make another quarter turn, it would still look identical. I should have said, well, hang on, where's the symmetry break? And that would have alerted me to something which I didn't spot. In fact, I think I've said a lot of wrong things during this video, because I assumed that this line here coming out of this circle into box 8 was the same as its friends in the other boxes, and it isn't. Look, it comes off at a slightly different angle. It's vicious, actually. It's really hard to see. Well, maybe it's not. I think for a lot of people it won't be hard to see, but for me I didn't spot it at all. This one doesn't go into this cell. This one does. This one does. This one does. So, oh dear. So this means that we've got to do... Well, a lot of it will still be the same, but the result won't be the same. And this is where... There might be another one as well, but that's certainly a break in the symmetry. So let's recapitulate the logic and try and apply it properly this time. So purple and green are the same, and therefore I can definitely cancel those. They are definite. Oh, hang on, I didn't want to take the. I want to take the colour out. Those are the same. I can remove that colour. That's true. Those sums are the same. I can remove that colour. Now this I can't remove. Let's just leave it there. It looks complicated. But I can do some more with the star. The tips of the star are in both colours, so they can be removed. The middle cell of the star is twice in purple, once in green. So if I remove it once from green and once from purple, it will be left once in purple. So we can arrive at this position, where it still looks difficult, doesn't it? Because I've still got to achieve equality. Not equality. I've got to make the difference between green and purple 45. Right, I know what we can do here. Oh no, I thought I could eliminate green. I can't quite. Okay, but what we could do is we could take this cell out of green, because we know that this cell is the same, has the same value as the two cells on its arrow, and that's going to allow me to get rid of this cell. This cell here, if I remove it from green and replace it in green instead with the contents of these two cells, obviously these two arrow cells sum to the same as this cell, don't they? So I could, but now I can cancel this cell out, because that's now in green and in purple. I don't actually know if that's achieved. We might have to reinstate what I've just done there. That might not have improved my lot in life. Because now what are we saying? We're saying that whatever this is, I add 45 to it, and it ought to be possible to sum purple to that number. So purple has to add up to at least 40. If I make that the minimum it could be, which would be a 1, then purple must be capable at least of adding to 46. At least. If this is bigger than 1, then purple needs to add up to, more and more, depending on how much bigger than 1 it is. But we know that digit can't be bigger than 5. So actually, okay, here's one way we can think about it. So we know those 5 cells there that I'm turning on and off. If that's a 5 in the middle, and these are 8, 9 pairs, we're going to get 39, aren't we? 39 plus that digit. Oh yeah, okay, that is it then. We found the equilibrium. Gosh, that's taken me a long time. Sorry. Yeah. Here's the way to do it. Here's the way to think about it. If I maximize this cell, let's just write in 5 there. That's obviously the biggest this can be. I'm going to maximize those two cells. Obviously that would be an 8, 9 pair. And I'm going to maximize this triple in column 5. Well, that would be a 7, 8, 9 in some order. We cannot make purple add up to more than that. And you can see now, I've got 24 here, plus 5 is 29, plus another 17. That is 46. That is the most I can possibly make purple add up to, and therefore this digit is a 1, because if it was any bigger than 1, I couldn't make purple add up to sufficient to be 45 different. That is ridiculous. That is so ridiculously clever, but not that was not easy for me to see at all. Well, No, it just wasn't actually. It just wasn't. I'm not on. Aspartagcus has got a very, very unique brain. As people like Jeff Wages, their brains just think in different ways to mine. And it's funny, when you solve a puzzle, when I solve their puzzles, I can feel that my brain is wrestling to try and understand how their brains work. It doesn't feel natural to me. I find it very impressive how their brains work. Okay, but what do we do now? What's that digit? That can't be a big digit. Oh no, let's just look at that digit, surely. Yeah, this, oh, is that 9 pencil mark? Oh, that 9 pencil mark's bogus. Wherever I put that in, that was bogus, because that can be a 9. Because I didn't realise that it wasn't on the arrow. Oh, Bobby, let's just get rid of all the 9 pencil marks. I don't trust those anymore. I didn't use them for anything. But this digit, because we're adding 1 to this cell to get a big old number, that's got to be quite a big number. That's got to be at least 6. It's got to be 6, 7 or 8. Now this one, yeah, this just has to be 6, doesn't it? What else can it be? Given it can't be 7, 8, 9 or 5, if it was 4, we'd be saying 1 plus 4 equals at least 6, 7, 8 or 9. That doesn't work. That's got to be 6. So that's 6 plus 1, which makes this a 7. It makes this not a 6. It makes this not a 7 then, because we're adding... Oh, hang on, this is 7. Right, it makes this 8. So we've got 1 plus 8 equals 9. We've got 7 here by Sudoku. This is going... Okay, this is starting to go better now, because we're actually doing things. That's one of the great things. A great set puzzle, in my opinion, is one where if you get a difficult set, you get a big reward. And we have so far. We've got at least a little reward, haven't we? Right. No, I've broken it again. No, hang on. Hang on, what's this arrow? Yeah, this is it. This arrow is crucial. Because this arrow, these 2 cells do add up to this. But those digits now, they can't include anything higher than a 4. So the most, in theory, this arrow could have added up to is 7. Well, this can't be a 7, so it's got to be a 6. And these 2 cells have to be, they can't include 5, so they have to be a 2-4 pair. And that means the central star is getting built now. We've got a 2-4 pair on these tips and a 1-3 pair on these tips. And now, okay, now the 8. The 8 has 2 arrows emanating from it, summing to 8 that don't include 2, 6, because of the 2 being on the 6 arrow. So these digits, right, oh, this is 1, 7 then. Sorry, I didn't see the Sudoku implications. So this is 1, 7. This must be 3, 5. This 8 is doing some more thingies in the middle. So that's a 9. That's an 8. This arrow now adds up to 9. So this is a 6 or a 4. Okay, what about those 2 cells? Yes, these 2 cells add up to 9, and they're not 1, 8, 2, 7 or 3, 6, so they're 4, 5, which is beautiful because that means this is a 2 and this is a 4, and this is starting to actually, I'm not going to say fall apart, but it feels suddenly tractable, doesn't it? Right, what about 7? No, 9. 9 in box 2 is placed, so that digit's available. What's that digit? 6? 6, but it's just Sudoku. Okay, so now what digits do we need to complete row 5? We need 1, 3, 6, 7. 1, 3, 6, 7. So I need those 2 digits to add up to 9. So they have to be, I think the only way that can work is if this is a 3, 6 pair. So this is not a 3, 6 pair. This is a 1, 7 pair, and that does add up to 8. So that makes sense. Yeah, this is beautiful. Now let's look at this digit, because that can't be 8 anymore. Because if this was 8, how would we make these two arrows up to sum to 8 if we can't use 3 or 6? That's taking away 2 of the 3 options, which are 3, 5 and 2, 6. So we'd only have, both of these arrows would have to be 1, 7 if this was an 8. So this must be 9. This must be 8. These two arrows now are a 2, 6, and we know where that goes. That's got to be here. And a 3, 5. This now is a 1. This is a 3. These two digits include a 9, so we can write 9 in. And they include 4. And therefore, right, let's do Sudoku. Yeah, these digits include 1, 4 and 5, but 2 of them have to add up to 9, so we can do that. We can get the 1 here. Now, these digits are 2, 7 and 8, so this must be a 2, 7 pair adding up to 9. This must be an 8. This is lovely. It finally feels doable. Right, that digit is 2 or 3. Whoops. To add up to 7 with this digit. This digit is 4 or 3 to add up to 8 with this digit. Oh, that digit, see, that could be a double 3 arrow, just as this could be a double 4 arrow. So this is a 3 or a 1. Okay. Right. Where are 8 and 9 in row 3? That feels a good question. In fact, yes. Where are the, yeah, this is good. This is good. Where's 8 and 9 in row 3? The answer is those two. And okay, I'll tell you what I did there. I'm aware that even though there is this break in the symmetry, there really isn't much breakage of symmetry in this puzzle. It's incredibly symmetric. So the moment I got this 8-9 pair, I immediately thought, okay, where's the rotational equivalent of that in the puzzle? And I looked at these two cells, and I wondered about row 7. And it's the same logic. So this is sort of weird 8-9 thingy. Oh, that's a bit defender message, but OBS shouldn't see that, should it? No, that should be okay. So I've now got 8-9 pairs in these columns. Where's... No, that doesn't work. Where... No, that doesn't work either. Okay, sorry, that's not actually cracked the puzzle open at all. It's probably going to be the Dutch Whispers lines. Although, oh, no, is that true? Yeah, where's... This might be true. Where's this digit here, this orange digit? Where's that in box 1? Well, the orange digit must be one of these digits. So it's not in any of those cells, and it's not in row 1 because I've got an 8-9 pair, so it must be there. That must be an orange digit. That's a 9 or an 8. And then, oh no, but it could... Well, no, that's great. So where's the orange digit now in box 3? Again, one of these is orange. This is orange. These can't be orange. So orange must be that one. Oh, Bob, that doesn't work down there. That's weird. Is that because of this symmetry break? It doesn't actually work the same way because orange is in one of those. So orange is not in any of these. But it's not there. So orange is in one of those two. But I don't think I know which one it is because if orange is 9, then this is orange. But if orange is 8, then this is orange. That is very peculiar. Well, maybe that one. Let's just have a quick look at this one. So this one, no, that's the same. That is shocking. Oh dear. Okay, no, it's not quite. No, it is bad, isn't it? Right, where's blue in box 3? Blue is obviously one of these. So blue is not there, there, or there. But this one can't be blue, because that one is blue. So blue is there, and that's... So I have actually... That was worth doing. I did get blue narrowed down in box 3. Yeah, it's going to be the same problem. So blue is in one of these, depending on whether blue is 8 or 9, but I don't think I know which one it's in. Ooh, okay. So we're not there yet then. On the Dutch Whispers, you can't put blue or green in these 2 boxes, but you could down here. So maybe you can't have a low digit in the middle of the whisper. Oh, I hate Dutch Whispers. I'm so bad at them compared to German Whispers. So Dutch Whispers, well, no, you certainly can't put 5 in the middle. You could maybe put 5 on an edge of these whispers if the next digit was a 1. You can't put 4. Yeah, you can't put 4 in those cells. And the reason for that is that if any one of these digits was a 4, it doesn't have to be the middle one. If any one of the digits was a 4, the only digit that can go next to 4 on a Dutch Whisper is 8 or 9. It's weird, the 4 is more constrained on the top side than the 5 is, because the 5 could escape by grabbing hold of a 1. 3. You certainly can't put 3 in the middle of a whisper, but you could put 3 on the edge of the whisper. 3 in the middle would require an 8-9 pair on the edges. Or no, it would require a 7, but then one of 8 and 9. You couldn't avoid the need for an 8 or a 9 with a 3 here. Yes, actually that's not... Okay, so it's better here, isn't it? Where's 4 in this box? Yeah, there you go. Where's 4 in box 1? And the answer is it's not on the whisper, because if we put 4 in any position, the next digit would be an 8 or a 9, which are not on this whisper. So 4 has to go here. And somehow that does nothing. Oh. No, I don't... Well, okay. No, I don't think it does. I was going to say, well, let's think about it. Where's 4 in this column? It can obviously be here. It could be here. I don't think it can be in this one very specifically, because then this would be an 8 or a 9, which is not allowed. So that is not 4. Okay, so 4 in row 9 might be the question. It's nearly the question, but it's not actually the question. 4 in row 9, it can't, because it's in one of these 2, it's not in those 3. It's in one of these 2, so it's not in those 3. It can't be here, because it would be on the whisper, and this would be an 8 or a 9, and it can be neither. So it's not there, so it's in one of those 2. But unfortunately, I don't think that does anything. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, so... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not very good at Dutch Whispers. This is the problem here. I know exactly what certain people would do with these Dutch Whispers, which would be to pencil mark them to within an inch of their life, and that might be what I have to do as well. I just don't like doing it. Is there any way to avoid doing it? What's the trick here? What's Aspartagcus done? I still don't think I've used the 8s. There's no other rule I've forgotten, is there? No, I don't think I can claim that. Am I really going to have to do this then? I really, really, really don't want to. Is there some... It's probably like there's going to be some naked single or something. Where... No, I tell you what was nearly a good question. Where's 6 in column 3 is nearly a good question. Because of this 6 here, it can't be there. It could be there. It's either there or there. And 6 is quite restricted on a Dutch whisper, because it would have to be next to a 1 or a 2 here. But that does look possible, doesn't it? Two and 3 are looking at this cell. Ah. What is it? Where am I meant to look? Okay, so that's 2 or 3. That's got a friend in one of these two. So 2 or 3 is in one of those cells. It might be a colouring exercise. Or... No, okay, let's check these out. This is, I think, the most restricted box. So the digits that we can put on the whisper here, we can't put 3 in the middle. Maybe it's the middle digit. 3 can't go in the middle because we could only put 7 on one side of it. The other digit would be 8 or 9. So this digit, if it's low, is 1 or 2. And if it's high, is 6 or 7. Now, could it be 5? No. It can't be 5 in this position, because if it was 5, it would have to have a 1 and a 9 on the wings, and we know that 9 is in one of those cells. So that is relatively restricted. But I still don't know whether it's sort of low or high, I don't think. Do I? Is there some way I know this? There probably is. Or, okay, let's check out... I really don't know where to look, actually. Maybe I should be focusing more on where the break in the symmetry happened. Is that going to be useful? I'm so sorry if you can all see this. I can well believe you can all see it. Oh, no, that's not a good question either. No, that is a good question. So, oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Be quiet, Simon. No, it is. No, it's not. sorry, I know. Yeah, okay, it's something to do with 3 and 5 in this column, I think. That digit can't be 5 either, because if that's 5, again, I need one of those to be a 9, and neither can be. So this digit is not 5. And I know this digit... Ah, no, maybe that's the point. I don't... no, I don't think it's true. I don't think what I was about to say is true. Okay, let's think about this digit. What can that be? That can be very low. I think that's fine. I'm not sure about 3. That might be possible, actually. It can't be 4. It can't be 5 for the reasons we just said. It can't be 6. It can't be 8. And it can't be 9, because 9 is... Yeah, 9's looking at it. So it could be 7. So it's either 7 or it's low. And that feels interesting. And the only way it can be 3... Oh, hang on, no, it can't be 3. That digit couldn't... Ah! Oh, I didn't see this. Right, okay. Well, if this is 3, what's this digit? It can't be 7, 8, or 9. Maybe that's the cell I was meant to focus on. I just didn't look at it. But this can't be 3, and that's big. Because now 3 in the column has only got one position, I think. It can't be here because of this 2, 3 pair. It's got to be there. God, that was tricky. So that's 3. Yeah, okay, that doesn't look like it's right, but it is, because that is on the arrow. So that's a 3, 5 pair adding up to 8. This is a 3, because that's got to be... these 2 digits add up to 6, look. So that means this... that means that's a 4, which means that's a 4 to add up to 8. So this is a 5. Right, that might do something, he says somewhat desperately. Or it might not. That's also very possible. Okay, that 3 is doing that digit. So that's a 3 and that's a 5. So that's got to be a 6 to add up to 9. And that 6 makes this a 6 and this a 3. Gosh, you've got to be really careful here. Now this is a 2 then, so that's got to be a 5 and that's got to be a 4. That's a 2 and that's a 7. I've got a box done out of absolutely nowhere. So, what does that mean? I don't know yet. 3 is gravitating towards the corner of the puzzle, up in box 3. And 6? Oh, nearly. 6 is quite restricted. Can that be 6 on the whisper? This would be a 1 or a 2. It'd have to be a 1. Might be possible. Not sure. Oh, where's 5 in column... Yeah, where's 5 in column 2? Oh, that's been available forever, has it? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't see it. So that's a 5. So 5 is in one of these 2 cells. Okay. And that's going to be tremendously important for the following reason. Come on, brain. Come up with something. Naughty brain. Oh, nearly. 6 is really nearly restricted in box 1. I know it's going to make me do it, isn't it? I'm going to... Oh, no. Hang on. Look at row 7 now. That looks interesting. I've got 3 and 6 to place. So I've got digits right on the end of these whispers now. So that must be important somehow. If that's 3, that has to be 7. Oh, so if that's 3, that would be 7. What would that be? It would have to be at least 4 different from 7, but it couldn't be 2 or 3, so it would be a 1. Can that be 7 and that be 1? Would that really work? I'm not sure. Okay, but what about if this was 6? Then this would be 1 or 2, and this would be a big old digit. Oh, but it could be... Hang on, let's think about this. So 6, this couldn't be 6, but it could be 7 or 8. Okay, alright, that is... No, what I was about to say is not even true. Oh no! Oh no, it's not true. Okay, that doesn't work. Wow, okay, so I don't know what to do is the short answer. Where's 5 in box 1? One of those 2 cells. Okay, we can't put 3, 4 or 8 and 9 on this whisper. Or 5. So these digits are from 1, 2, 6 and 7. And that's definitely not a 6. That one's definitely not a 6. Yes. So we know the polarity of this one, don't we? I'm just thinking, if this was 7, wouldn't these both have to be high? So this would be 7, this would be a 1 or a 2, and this would have to be a 7 again. I can't see why that's wrong. I don't think that can be right. So these must be a 1-2 pair. This is a 6 or a 7. Let's have a look at row 3 perhaps. We've not placed one, so this digit is 1, 2, 4 or 7, but it isn't 1 because of this. So this is 2, 4 or 7. It's not 4, because if it's 4, then we have to put 8 or 9 here. So this is only 2 or 7, and now where is 4 in row 3? The answer is in one place, which is here. So that becomes 4, that becomes 2. And unbelievably, I don't think that's going to do anything. That's incredible. Where? Oh, no, that's not a good question. Naughty Simon. No, no, it's not. No, Simon, it's not a good question. Okay. So, what do we do now? I don't know. So if this is if that's 7, this is still a 1-2 pair. I don't think we can quite resolve it. So maybe I've got to pencil mark this cell then. We know this is 3 or 6. So 6 would require this to be a 1, because it can't be a 2. But if this is a 3, this has to be 7. So this digit is actually very restricted. I hadn't appreciated that. And then moving on to this digit, which could of course be orange, unfortunately. So it could be 8. It could be 8, which is the only high digit it can be. And if it's a low digit, it would have to be a 1, I think. Can't be 2, 3, 4. Can it be 5? No. No, it can't. Okay. So one of those digits is a 1. But that might not matter. Okay. Have we used all of the little rinky-dinkages poking out? I think we probably have. This digit is under a bit of pressure. There's no way. That can't be high, can it? Because it sees the 8. Yeah, okay. This digit is where we should have looked. 1, 2, or 5 by Sudoku. Can it really be 5? This would have to be a 1. Of course it can. That can't be a 2. 1 or 5. So again, there is definitely a 1 in one of those two cells in the box. That must be the case, because either this is 5 and this can't be 9, so it would have to be 1, or this is simply 1 in and of itself. But if this is a 1, this has to be... That can't be 5 then, this would have to be 7. Oh, and so, okay, well, that's fine then. So there's apparently a 1-7 pair in row 2, which I'd never... Yeah, again, if you're quick to pencil mark, you get that very quickly. But obviously, if you're not, then you don't. So that becomes a 6. That means this is a 6. This is a 2. This is not a 2. So now I've got a 1-7 pair in row 8. And that must be useful, he says. Probably. Probably is useful. So what do we need to finish row 8? We need 2, 3, 5, 9. So this digit is 2 or 3 only. Can't be 5, can't be 5, can't be 9. 2 or 3. This is 2. This is 2 or 9. Oh no! Really? Oh no! Yeah, I think it is. That's incredible. That is incredible. Okay. And these, okay, this digit is 5 or 9. It can't be 2 or 3. And this digit is 2, 3 or 5. Oh, I see how I'm getting into a pencil marking pickle here. That's the technical term. Oh, hang on, I know what those are. I do know those are 5 and 7. That might do something. He says, how does that not do anything? This digit. Oh, there you go. I mean, how is it I'm meant to look there? You'd never look there. But that is where you're meant to look. Row 9, column 1. What is that digit? Now, by Sudoku, I believe it is 1, 2, 3 or 6, except it's not 2 or 3. And I know it isn't 1, because that Dutch whisper, one of those two, has to be a low digit. So this is a 6. And that's going to do things. That's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 2. I don't know how much it's going to... No, it actually is doing things. Okay. That's now become a 2. So that must be 7. And that must be 1. And now this is a 1. So that's got to be 8. Okay, so 8. Right, so blue is the 9 digit. And the 8 digit is orange now. Which means this is a 5 out of nowhere. This is a 9. Good grief. Okay, and all of a sudden, yeah, this is now just falling apart. Good Lord. I mean, it's a brilliant puzzle. My goodness me, we still have a chance of a 3 in the corner. Probably about to be doomed, but yeah, that's now a 4, isn't it? What are we going to get in this corner here? What's that digit? Is that 7? That's got to be 6 by... Oh, I thought we were going to get one. I'm not sure. There might be a chance. That's 3. Oh, no, we're not. Sorry. I thought we were going to get a Christmas tree in the corner, but we have done it. We have done it. Whoa, hardly anyone solved it. That's a brilliant puzzle. My goodness me, that is phenomenal. Aspartagcus. Okay, how many times can I get on the wrong track in a puzzle? The answer, it seems to be, is quite a lot, but it is Christmas Eve. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. The graphics are phenomenal. This arrow being the break in the symmetry, I think it was the only one, is quite evil. Very difficult to see. But even after that, I found it very hard to unwind the Dutch whispers, probably because I am no pencil marking expert. Anyway, a very, very Merry Christmas to you all. We will be back with editions of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, as usual, as we have done for many years. So do not worry, you'll be able to get your fix of cracking the cryptic if you would like to indulge in it over the festive period. And I hope you and your families have a happy and healthy Yuletide in the next few days. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.